This podcast is part of the It Was a Thing on TV podcast network.
Oh, man, what? Oh, I don't believe this. The Macho Man. No, get him down from there. From the top. Whoa. Down. Oh. Steamboat's grabbing his throat. I don't think... Looks like he's trying to swallow his tongue. Well, I believe they've counted out the dragon. That would be my guess anyway. I don't know. We're going to have to get a decision of some sort here. What is going on here? What? He's got the bell. Whoa. Steamboat can't breathe.
Ricky Steamboat has been taken to the hospital by ambulance. He was in agony. His breathing is terrible, even though he had this tube down his throat. All of his friends are back here. When we're waiting for further news, further report. It was one of the most devastating things I've ever seen. No excuse in the world for it. There was no reason by this slime, the so-called champion, to have...
Hospital yet? What's the update? Tell me, man.
Are you happy about it?
Send a hot dog to the hospital yet, huh? Did he put some mustard on him right now? Get him all set up for the champion right there? I'm so proud of myself.
You piece of slime. You're happy about it?
You know, McMahon, what a despicable act on the part of Sammartino. What? He's supposed to be an unbiased reporter back there to try to get the facts, and he attacks Macho Man Savage. You saw what happened. I can't believe it. I don't even think I'm going to work with Sammartino up there anymore. You don't have to work with me either.
For the big one, outside the ring, up on the top turnbuckle. Will this be it? Colonel DeBeers! Counted by God! Colonel DeBeers shoved him. He landed 15 feet down, and Jimmy Superfly Snuka is flat on the concrete floor. Big cans of water, a beer or something being thrown over. He's got Snuka. He drives his head face first, and there's Colonel DeBeers. He's got no darn right, no bloody right. Excuse me, I'm getting counted away to be in there, to be at ringside. He does not like Snuka. He never did, but this is going too far. This is not right. It's unfair. It's not wrestling. This is not the way wrestling should be conducted. He's pounding his man. Here comes a cut 2, 3. The wrestlers are coming in and heading. Jimmy Superfly Snuka. Oh, look at him. Oh, my God. It looks like an abattoir. He's down, flat out, blood gushing from his forehead as he was smashed. The referee's over here. DeBeers, I got it. We got it. DeBeers should be suspended and fined. The people are fighting it. Everything is happening. And ladies and gentlemen, you can see that down on the mat with Larry Henning. He said, "Does Greg W. Would you please go? Rod, would you please, could you find a doctor? Could we get a doctor? There's the doctor."
All right, everybody. It's been about a week and a half, 2 weeks, but we're back here with another episode of the Square Circle Time Machine as we cover the November 29th, 1986 episode of Pro Wrestling This Week. It's Greg here with Dane. And Dane, we just had Survivor Series War Games come to pass.
Yeah, it came and passed, and a very, I don't know, it was It was all right, but it was nice to see Liv Morgan back finally after being gone for so long after her shoulder injury, and pretty much helped Dirty Dom get the Intercontinental title back from the Invisible Man.
So now the Invisible Man just has the Saturday night's main event match, right?
Yeah, that's the last of his contractually obligated matches.
We still don't know who's going to win that last time, whatever it's called.
Yeah.
We have an idea, as we said last show, who it's going to be.
Yeah.
But
yeah. Well, the semifinals are happening tonight as we speak, so we'll probably get an indication, and the finals are on SmackDown this Friday, so probably by next recording we should be able to bitch about being right and or wrong next time.
Yeah, because that hasn't happened before, us being wrong about something on this podcast.
No.
Just like how we never said it was a thing on TV that I loved Wings prior to episode 300. You can look high and low. You'll never find a reference to me loving Wings before episode 300.
Now I have to go back and listen to the episode 300 to see what your thoughts on Wings was.
Oh, I did say it, Dane, that I love Wings because it made Tony Shalhoub's career. And I said it for the first time ever on this podcast. Well, on the other podcast, I mean.
Yeah.
All right. So, I need to talk about issue, Dane.
Okay.
And that is, of course, Bret Hart coming with the accusations that Shawn Michaels and Vince McMahon were gay lovers.
Gay lovers? Well, damn it, Bret, you're making it harder to keep being your fan these days.
Oh, yeah, between constantly bitching about Goldberg and now this.
Bill Goldberg.
I'll tell you what, it's that goddamn Bill Goldberg. That fucking piece of shit.
Can't work worth a damn, Bill Goldberg.
Not like how Danny is a jam-up guy. I can't do it quite in the Joe Morata voice where he has to turn the settings in Audacity down to make it sound like he's an old-timey radio guy or something.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it was always rumored back then, too. I mean, so he's not bringing anything really new to the table with this wild accusation, but pretty sure Vince has other things to worry about right now than 30-year-old accusation of casting couching with the Heartbreak Kid.
What possessed Bret to say it?
Who knows? I mean, mind you, he's getting up there in age, too, so maybe it's just his own version of senility and or CTE catching up with him or what? I don't know.
All right. Well, the less about that, the better.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, enough about that. We got to get to talking about pro wrestling this week from November 29th of 1986. Now, Dane, I need to do some history here. Now, this show was hosted by Gordon Solie and Joe Pedicino. Now, Joe Pedicino, I don't know if you know who he is or not, Dane.
No, I'm not. I kind of did a quick read up on Wikipedia about him and learned that he's one of the main reasons why, if you still have any inklings of seeing WWF superstars uncensored on Peacock or the network, you have him to thank because he apparently owns the trademark to Superstars of Wrestling.
Well, I believe he's no longer with us now, Dane.
Oh, okay. So there's a station loading it up then, is what you're saying.
Possibly. But he had a wrestling block in Atlanta that was syndicated to a bunch of stations, I think around either the Atlanta area or the South. And it would be you'd have, say, 1 hour of Memphis. You'd have another hour of Continental. You'd have another hour of, UWF. You'd have another hour of World Class. Basically, I think an 8 to 12 hour wrestling block of one show after the other.
Imagine sitting down for 8 hours for wrestling.
Yes. I'll tell you what, if I had that block when I was a kid, I'd never leave my house on the weekend.
That would have been a nice block to have.
So around the fall of 86, him and Gordon Solie co-hosted this, I guess you could say it's kind of like a magazine style show of recapping all the various stuff going on around the territories called Pro Wrestling This Week. And what we're going to be covering is one of the very first episodes from November 29th of 1986. So we figured we'd cover this week because it's right around Thanksgiving. So we just finished Thanksgiving. So this would be perfect to cover. And this comes from the YouTube channel For Wrestling Fans. He uploaded this 8 years ago. Okay, so we're going to be welcomed to the show by Gordon and Joe. So I'm going to play the video. I'm not going to recap all the stuff because we don't have Scott. I know Scott has reviewed some pro wrestling this week in the past, but he doesn't have one for this episode. But yeah. I think part of the fun is going to be watching this episode. So,
oh yeah, for sure. I enjoyed it even just watching it myself. It was an interesting watch just to see some familiar names in different places.
Yeah. So let's get going. Let's play it right now. And I have to stop or anything. I'll stop it. So let's go.
All right.
Everyone, and welcome to Pro Wrestling This Week. We sincerely hope that you had a delightful Thanksgiving. I'm Gordon Solie.
I'm Joe Pedicino, and on this special edition of Pro Wrestling This Week, we're going to show you some of the unusual matches that took place in the past couple of weeks. Plus, we're going to be featuring the ladies this week. We're going to...
Oh, I forgot to mention, in the teaser to introduce this episode, we had a preview for a ladies battle royal.
Yes, and we'll talk about that battle royal when it comes up, but that was quite the intro that had all 6 ladies scrapping.
Oh, yeah, all 6 of those ladies getting down and dirty. Oh,
yeah.
We're going to see a new tag team in Memphis, Tennessee. We're going to see new action from Portland, Oregon. We're going to see a Mac Classic featuring Don Lewin. And for the first time, we're going to show you the Jumping Bomb Angels from Japan. We've also got a 6-woman blindfold battle royal coming up from Deep South. Ring reports from all across the country. And, of course, at the end of the show, we'll tell you who this week's Wrestler of the Week is. It's featuring women this week, Gordon, and it's time to go right now to Puerto Rico and see the top.
Exactly. We're going to be watching the lovely and talented Wendy Richter in action. She finally had to challenge Sasha. Now, Sasha has been a valet for a host of competitors in the San Juan, Puerto Rico area, but she continually interfered in matches. Wendy Richter finally got sick of this entire situation and decided it was time to do something about it. So she challenged her to a match in the ring. Hugo Savinovich will be calling the action on this as we go now to San Juan, Puerto Rico. Wendy Richter facing Sasha.
Oh, Wendy Richter in San Juan, Puerto Rico, and calling the match is Hugo Savinovich. Huh.
Interesting. Now, this is probably from 86, so was this before or after Wendy Richter was the victim of the original screw job?
Oh, it was definitely after. It was about a year after this.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, that happened in late 85, so this is late 86, so it's 1 year since that happened.
Yeah, okay, so it's about a year after.
And I'm not sure if Wendy Richter is married to Hugo yet, because they were married,
Ah.
So, I wonder if this is where their courtship began.
Maybe.
And she's facing a valet named Sasha, not the Sasha that we know.
No, definitely different Sasha.
Yeah.
The ladies doing their best. Wendy Richter punches Sasha down. People want to see more. Sasha eye gouges, goes for the body slam. Wow, what a body slam. There is Eric Embry. Oh, no!
Oh, Eric Embry, what are you doing here? You should be in world class in 3 years.
Yeah. How dare you interfere? And you just pushed Wendy Richter off the top. She was going to go for a splash, and nope, he comes and sticks his nose in her business.
Oh, God damn it, Eric.
Eric Embry both interfere in this match, causing Wendy to come down. Now there are the Rockers coming to the help of Sasha.
Now, I should note, it's not the Rockers we know.
No, these are because I think Hugo later on corrects himself and mentions they are the Rock and Roll RPMs, which was, I guess, I had to look it up a bit. I guess they were kind of a Memphis Continental-based tag team.
Yes.
And they were probably like everything else that were kind of based off the Rock and Roll Express and the Midnight Rockers. So that's kind of how they got their name.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
From the ringside area. And now Wendy's going to give it to Eric Embry.
Oh!
The fans love it. Wow. Eric Embry in trouble. Wendy really giving it to it.
Damn, Wendy's like beating the shit out of Eric here.
Yeah, I mean, this makes getting smothered to death by Marina Shafir look like a day at the park.
God.
He is suffering. He's getting slapped. And the fans love it. There comes the Crusher. The fight is on. Wendy Richter cheering on her friends, the Rock and Roll RPMs. They go outside the ring. Confusion breaks loose.
Yeah, I'm pretty confused here, Hugo.
Yeah. I'm confused as well, too, as what to... Like, I'm guessing this match was thrown out because of Eric Embry interfering, and then we had Rock and Roll RPMs holding Eric Embry up so Randy can give him a good kick in, and then some guy known as the Crusher comes in. I'm sure that's probably not the famous Crusher from AWA.
No, he didn't say, how about that?
Yeah. Pretty sure wrestling at this time had like all kinds of generic crushers or assassins or grapplers, as we'll even find out later on in this show.
Yeah.
Wendy Richter goes outside to cheer on the Rockers, and they're giving it to them. Sasha hits Wendy Richter on the back. We don't know how Sasha came in, hit her with the boot. What a vicious boot to Wendy Richter.
What the hell did she hit Wendy with in the back?
I didn't even see anything get hit. All of a sudden I just saw Sasha from the back there attack Wendy, and then now we got, I think, the Rock and Roll RPM is kind of holding back Wendy because she wants to keep on fighting, and I think Sasha kind of scurries off with Crusher and Eric Embry. But the RPMs hold her hands up as if she's the winner, so I guess she won by DQ.
Yeah, I suppose. I mean, Eric was the one who interfered, so.
Yeah. Oh, hey, look. We got ourselves a placard advertising some upcoming shows for Stampede Wrestling.
Oh, yeah, you can catch Stampede action in these cities: Three Hills, High River, Regina, Yorkton, Red Deer, and Lloydminster.
Yes, and I'm guessing this is probably the beginning of Bruce Hart's reign of terror as full booker after Stu sold the rights to Vince, and then Bruce defiantly decides he's going to do his own Stampede Wrestling with blackjack and hookers.
I'm going to do my own version of Stampede, Dad. It's going to have blackjack. It's going to have hookers.
That's why I got to call Brett back to save this promotion that you drove into the dirt. God damn it, Bruce.
Oh, coming up, welcome back, Portland. Okay, so let's go back to Gordon and Joe here.
Gordon, you know, it's time right now that we go to the new Portland area that we were talking about. A few weeks ago, we said that big-time championship wrestling in the Seattle area was retiring. Well, we found out that Don Owens is doing some fishing in Seattle, but he is still promoting wrestling in Portland, Oregon. He's using the same wrestlers, and the action is just as terrific. So we've made arrangements to start getting Portland wrestling here on Pro Wrestling This Week. A few weeks ago, we showed you where the Assassin came into the ring and attacked Rip Oliver while he was trying to cut the hair of his opponent. Let's go to an interview right now with the Assassin, and you'll catch up to date on what's been going on in Portland.
Okay, so I guess Don Owen had a promotion in Seattle that he just closed.
Yeah, that sounds like it, and then went back to Portland. And I guess this is before Billy Jerk Haynes started up his own vanity promotion, continue being the big star that he thought he was.
Was this like during the time where he allegedly killed those kids on the train?
I think so. And or acting as a bag man for the Mexican cartel or whatever other wild claims he's made.
Fucking Billy Jerk Haynes. I'll tell you what, Bobby was right about him. He knew he was a bad man, and we all should have listened to Bobby. All right, let's play this interview right here.
Gentlemen, the Assassin has a very important announcement.
That's right, people of the Pacific Northwest. How about it, baby? Let me hear you. Yeah, you understand? Woo! I got here tonight, you understand? I got here to the Portland Sports Arena. Oh, Rip Oliver, have I got a surprise for you, you yellow egg-sucking dog.
Can I just say the Assassin looks like one of those bootleg wrestling figures you'd find at like some random Dollar Tree store?
Oh, yeah. He's... I mean, if you were to make a generic wrestler, he would be it.
He's got like that white triangle on his nose, on his mask.
Yeah. Definitely a figure that you would see Phalis talk about in his bootleg zone.
I need to watch one. I haven't watched the Phalis bootleg zone in a while. I need to like catch up on that sometime.
Yeah.
So. All right, let's continue.
So I get here to the Portland Sports Arena, and I go into Don Owens, and I say, Don Owens, when am I going to get a match with Rip Oliver one-on-one? You know, I've been chasing him all over. And Don Owens says, well, Assassin, how do you want this crippler? I said, Rip Oliver has not defended the Pacific Northwest heavyweight title in 30 days come next Friday night. So next Saturday night, Don Owens, I want Rip the Crippler Oliver in a title match. And Don Owens said, you got it. So Oliver, it's not that I want the title. It's not that I'm...
Wait, who the fuck is this guy that just randomly showed up?
I don't know. He just... there's like a... I don't know, some kind of generic Samoan or some other Pacific Islander standing behind the Assassin there, and then all of a sudden, this guy coming in with looks like a Japanese World War II era bandana on his head and just a white shirt. He just kind of magically teleported all of a sudden.
Like no rhyme or reason whatsoever.
Yeah, exactly.
Coming after the belt, I wanted you one-on-one. It was the only way I can get this match. I got it next Saturday night right here in Portland. Pacific Northwest title match. Rip the Crippler Oliver. Finally, one-on-one. You understand? The people of the Pacific Northwest, they're standing behind me everywhere I go. Next Saturday night, Oliver, right here in Portland. Pacific Northwest title, baby. It's a doggy-dog world, Daddy. I'm taking it from you next Saturday night.
Well, obviously, the Assassin is anxious to get his hands on Rip Oliver. We told you we were going to be showing you some unusual matches, very unusual for television, a 2 out of 3 fall match, but that's exactly what we're going to see now. It's Coco Samoa taking on Abu Dhabi in Portland, and we're going to take a look now at the closing moments of fall number 1.
Oh, so we got a 2 out of 3 falls match, but they're only going to show us the result of the first fall.
Yes, but they called it a very unusual match for some reason.
What's so unusual about it? It's a 2 out of 3 falls match, and we're only going to see a finish of 1 fall, Joe? Come on.
Yeah, I mean, now it feels like kind of like the 3 stages of hell, 2 out of 3 falls, where like first fall was like a regular match, and then second fall was some other gimmick, and then the third fall was another crazy gimmick, so that would be unusual.
Cobwebs are developing in his own head. Here comes headbutt number 2, and down he goes. Oh, Buddha Dean seeing stars right now. Coco Samoa with an arm whip. There goes the Buddha Dean. Oh, man, the Samoan chop. And the Samoan chop dropped a Buddha Dean. A leg drop. And
I did like that one jump Coco Samoa just did.
Yeah, like he just got some good hang time air on that leg drop.
Oh, yeah, it was very good. I'd like to see them time the hang time like it was a punt or something.
Yeah.
Coco going for the pin. 1, 2, and a Buddha Dean kicks out. Coco would love to get in position to where he could use that Samoan drop of his as a Buddha Dean drops the elbow across the back of the neck. Ramming the knee into the midsection, and there goes Coco into the turnbuckle, and here comes a Buddha Dean, and nobody there. Rolls him up. 1, 2, 3. Yes, sir.
Coco Samoa victorious in the first fall of this 2 out of 3 fall match. Let's go back now and take a look at the second fall. It's Coco Samoa against a Buddha Dean with Coco up 1 fall to 0.
Okay, good. We're getting the rest of the falls because that would have made no sense to just show the first fall only and then go on to the next segment or whatever. So we're getting the second fall here.
All right. So you know what? I hope it's a sweep here. I hope Coco wins this 2-0.
Yeah.
I mean, how many times do you ever see a 2-0 result in a best of 3 falls match? I mean, the only ever result I can think of is like Steve Austin beating Dustin Rhodes for the U.S. title at Starrcade 93 in 2 straight.
I think they had also, I think one of the Usos New Day matches also kind of ended in a similar 2-0 sweep as well, too, for one of the teams. I forget which one, but
sure one of the listeners will tell us.
Yeah.
Here comes a body slam, and there it is. Now Coco, he's going to go upstairs. He's on the first floor, second floor, top floor, and he's going to fly. Samoan Airlines about to fly. There we go. Here comes Rip Oliver. Oliver is in there. What's he doing?
Oh, God damn it, Rip Oliver. Well, at least that's going to result in a 2-0 win.
Yeah, way to go costing that match for Abdullah Dean.
Yeah, Rip Oliver. He probably saw, like, he jumped off the rope and he's like, fuck it, he's going to lose. I might as well come in for the run-in.
Yeah.
He broke this thing up. Smashed Coco Samoa in the back. And he takes that. Now, see, he's using that cast again. Here comes the assassin. The assassin is going to, he's going to clear house there with Rip Oliver and Buddha Dean getting out of there. And you see, Rip Oliver came in there and he took that cast. And he brought that down.
Okay, so he had a cast on his arm and he put it right on Coco Samoa's back.
Okay. Well, that's why you keep it on as permanently, like how Cowboy Bob Orton did for so long.
Oh, that's right. You know, one of the biggest wishes I had is that they would have, like, remember when Randy had the RNN thing when he was injured?
Yeah.
I would have liked when he came back, he had a cast on, and it's been like months since he has the cast. Like, why won't the cast go off? I'm like, look, it's a family medical reason why I can't have this. It runs in the family. Our bones don't heal that fast.
On Coco Samoa. Well, it's a good thing the assassin got in there when he did.
Well, certainly lots of action in the Portland, Oregon area. Coco Samoa able to win both falls, 1 and 2, and take our 2 out of 3 fall match on this week's show. Gordon, what's happening in the World Wrestling Federation?
Well, our World Wrestling Federation.
Ooh, hold on. Gordon's going to give us the skinny on what's going down in the WWF this week.
Oh, wow. This is a interesting treat, hearing longtime voice of various territories talking about WWF stuff.
Yeah, well, I'm guessing Vince was kind of cool with this, so.
Oh, yeah?
All right, so let's go to Gordon with the WWF Ring Report.
Yes.
Ring Report this week concerns the Intercontinental Heavyweight Wrestling Champion Randy Savage. he certainly more than lived up to his name this past week as he took on the very, very popular Rick Steamboat. During the course of the match, Savage threw Steamboat outside the ring. Then he placed Steamboat's body outside on the steel guard barrier, his neck across the barrier. At that point in time, Savage climbed to the top rope and proceeded to leap from the top rope across the throat of Rick Steamboat. Steamboat was subsequently removed to a hospital. How long he is going to be sidelined due to the neck injuries he's received is unknown at.
Oh my God. No, Dane. Ricky the Dragon Steamboat got his larynx crushed, and he might never wrestle again, Dane.
Oh my. Oh no. Imagine that.
Oh no.
You've erased the trilogy of matches of Steamboat Flair, and you've erased Steamboat's retiring due to back injuries and forcing Austin to get the U.S. title and lose it to Duggan in 30 seconds.
Yeah, now we might not have Stone Cold because of that.
Yeah. Butterfly effect, big time.
Oh, you've effed up the timeline big time, Randy. We'll have to get the doctor to sort this out.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. So let's see what continues here in the report here from Gordon.
At this time, rest assured, however, the WWF is indeed looking at Mr. Savage with a great deal of scrupulosity. Bruno Sammartino was so angered by the action that he even attacked Randy Savage. Watch for more action on that front.
Yeah, Bruno was like so pissed at Randy. Randy was like, I'm so proud of what I did. Bruno's like, you piece of slime, you're happy about it? And he choked the fuck out of him. And freaking Jesse's like, what does that Sammartino think he is? He's supposed to be an unbiased announcer, and he's going after Randy Macho Man Savage like that.
I love that word that the word of the day there from Gordon Solie is scrupulosity.
Scrupulosity. All right, let's get back to Joe here.
Well, Gordon, in Memphis, Tennessee, Big Bubba has a new partner. Downtown Bruno has brought in a giant man who he calls Goliath. Let's go.
Now, hold on a second. I need to clarify two things, okay? Big Bubba is not the Big Bubba we know as Ray Traylor. No, this is Uncle Fred.
Oh, Uncle Fred. I, you know what? When I saw this match, I was like, it kind of looked familiar. And then also, now that you mentioned it, yeah. It makes sense now.
Yeah, the future tugboat / typhoon / shockmaster, Uncle Fred.
And sadly not the greatest gimmick of all time that could have been the biggest draw, Chic Tugboat.
Oh, yeah. You might not know what we're talking about. Okay. Many years ago, on one of Ric Flair's old podcasts with Conrad, Bruce Pritchard was a guest, and he said to Rick that the original plan for WrestleMania 7, instead of Sergeant Slaughter, was to have Tugboat turn heel on Hulk and become the Iraqi turncoat, and they were going to call him Chic Tugboat. I'm like, what? They were going to put Tugboat in a turban, and they were just going to call him Chic Tugboat. But I guess it makes sense. I mean, Tugboat was the person that was responsible for that letter writing campaign to get the Hulkster back after Earthquake injured him.
Yeah, and it goes along with all the other booking trope of best friend turns on the Hulkster to get a title shot.
Yeah. Oh, well. What might have been. Unfortunately, I'll have to settle for putting a turban on the retro Mattel Tugboat figure that they put out recently. All right, let's go to Memphis. Let's go to Memphis, Tennessee.
Memphis, Tennessee.
Where they go fail to fight foam. Do.
Go to a tag team match now as Goliath teams with Big Bubba to take on Robert and Randy Bryant.
That's right. Take it, brother. It don't hurt. Take it. That's it. This is a joke. This is ridiculous. This is like, hey, this is like me taking on a 10-year-old. That's what this is. Look at these. Look at this guy with the stars on his face. Only stars in this guy's life is the stars he's seeing because he just took a heck of a beating, brother, a heck of a beating.
Thank you for watching your language. The Bryan brothers, Randy and Robert, who are battling against two of the biggest guys you've ever seen. I thought that Bubba had to be one of the biggest mountains that I'd seen walking around at 407. Goliath is even bigger than Big Bubba.
It's hard to even find a skill to weigh these guys, brother. It's hard. You just can't go over 1,000 pounds when you estimate, and you'll be
Okay, I love what Uncle Fred's wearing here in this match.
Yeah.
He's got kind of like a Steiner-ish ring gear here.
Got those double strap singlet, and then he's got like a yellow band around the midsection area. But I also want to talk about this Goliath guy, because he pretty much looks like Fat Undertaker.
He does look like Fat Undertaker, kind of.
Yeah.
I mean, let's see. It's 86, so I'm guessing right now Undertaker is getting his start in world class right now.
Yeah, it's Texas Red.
And they mentioned, I know Joe mentioned Downtown Bruno earlier, who, of course, is Harvey Whippleman. I don't know if we'll get to see him during this match.
No, but we hear him. I think he's on there on commentary, I think, with
Lance.
With Lance, yeah, so.
Yeah, Lance Russell, so.
Well-known and well-respected voice of Memphis wrestling.
Yes, because this is like the first appearance of Lance Russell here on the Squared Circle Time Machine, so this is kind of a momentous occasion. It's Lance's debut on this podcast.
Yes.
And I'm sure we will do some Memphis sometime, because I really want to talk about Memphis, and God knows, Lance Russell probably is like one of the greatest wrestling announcers in history.
Yeah.
Him and Dave Brown, just great stuff. All right, let's continue here.
Okay, now you got Bubba taking over on the gig, brother. Bubba taking over on him. He's doing a good job. This referee just started to butt out of the match because this is really none of his business what's going on. We don't go for authority downtown Pittsburgh, baby. And as far as I'm concerned, this ring is just like downtown Pittsburgh, Fort Duquesne Boulevard, baby. We rock and roll.
Ooh, look at that drop kick from Big Bubba. It stuns me that a guy that big can lay a drop kick out there.
You ain't seen nothing yet, man.
Referee is Jerry Vickers, and Jerry is in the middle of all of this big action in there with Bubba and Goliath. Boy, I tell you, you won't run into a tag team anywhere in the world that's any bigger than this team.
Well, let me tell you something, Lancer. Everybody says, yeah, but David beat Goliath in the Bible. Yeah, but David needed a foreign object.
I hear you.
This the way Lance was like, yeah.
Yeah, I know the story.
Oh, and look at Goliath go up with a drop kick.
Hey, good job, brother.
Can you believe that both Bubba and Goliath, with impressive drop kicks, guys that run over 400 pounds, in the air.
That's my downtown connection, baby. That's the brotherhood. That's right. Oh, yeah. Beat him, baby. Beat him.
Dropped that big Bubba leg on him. Down he goes for a count of one, count of two.
Oh, Uncle Fred, he gave a massive leg chop on the guy, and he was like, God, 2 count. He's like, no, I'm going to make it even worse. Good on you, Uncle Fred. I want to see how badly you hurt this ham and egger.
Yep.
That's right. Play with him for a while.
Picks him up at the count of two. And now
play with him, Lancer.
Here's a tag on Goliath. One side of the ring to the other. And here he goes. Right down on top of him, and that's going to be it.
I'll be back.
Okay, can we just explain what Goliath did?
Basically, he did the running crisscross, running the ropes, and then does just a generic big man splash onto the boar, whichever one of the Bryant brothers that was.
Yeah, and so Big Bubba and Goliath, they get the W.
Meanwhile, we got some Deep South wrestling action coming up.
Oh, Marietta, Georgia, December 14th. Cobb Civic Center. See the Assassin, Tommy Rich, the Oates Brothers, Dirty Rhodes.
Dirty Rhodes.
Is that a Timu version of Dusty?
The Masked Nightmares.
The Masked Nightmares, huh? Huh. All right. Well, That should be some exciting action on December 14th of 1986. Oh, up next, we're going to have Bill Apter go over the PWI Top 10 Women.
Ooh. Speaking of women.
Oh, yeah, we got these nice Pro Wrestling This Week t-shirts and jackets right here.
Yeah.
Distributed by T-Shirt City.
Yeah.
It must have been the Pro Wrestling Tees of 1986. They're the perfect gift.
Perfect gift. Best way to show that you're a wrestling fan at any wrestling show.
Yeah. Oh, $9.99 for t-shirts, $19.99 for sweatshirts. I'm sorry, guys. The highest they go for the shirts are extra large for adults.
Well, that probably much disqualifies 3/4 of AEW's fan base.
You know what? I would really like to see Pro Wrestling Tees sell these shirts.
That'd be a nice retrospective or retro look. Jackets are $29.99.
Oh, send your check or money order to Wrestling Wear, PO Box 54556, Atlanta, GA 30308. Include $2 for postage and handling. Georgia residents add 5% sales tax. Please indicate size for adults or kids and allow 4 to 6 weeks for delivery. Oh, all right. I guarantee if I had some skills with graphics or anything, I could probably set up a TeePublic store and sell that design on TeePublic.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, well. Okay, let's get back to Gordon.
Welcome back to Pro Wrestling This Week, and it's time now for our Pro Wrestling Illustrated Report of the Week from Bill Apter in his office in New York. Bill Apter is going to give us the rundown now of the top 10 in the NWA, also the PWI top 10 lady wrestlers, and then Bill has some very, very interesting editorial comment. Bill?
Oh, I need to tell you this PWI cover for this month. This is really cool.
Yeah, it definitely looks cool.
Yeah, it's the cover for PWI's $50,000 challenge tournament in the UWF. Who is the best in the UWF? And we have everybody fighting over a trophy, and it's the Freebirds, One Man Gang, Terry Taylor, Ted DiBiase, and Dr. Death Steve Williams all fighting for this trophy.
Not as prestigious as the WrestleMania 4 Battle Royal trophy, though, but pretty sure the winner also smashed it over, or the runner-up smashed it over the winner afterwards.
Oh, we can only hope. So, okay, Bill's here, and first we got the top 10 for the NWA. So, and this is the NWA top 10 for November 26th, 1986. So,
yeah, currently the champion is Ric Flair. Top 2 right off the bat is Nikita Koloff, number 1, and Dusty Rhodes, number 2.
We got Tully at 3. We have Lex at number 4. I'm guessing Lex has just come into the territory in NWA in Crockett. And we have Arn at number 5. Oh, Sam Houston, surprisingly, at number 6.
Either Sam Houston was very underutilized by Vince, or maybe overutilized by the NWA.
Number 7, we got Barry Windham. Number 8, Brad Armstrong. Number 9, Ronnie Garvin. And number 10, Rip Oliver. And now, Dane, I think the moment we were teased about going from the break is the top 10 women from PWI.
And unlike the NWA, there's no current women's champion that's listed, I guess, because we've got different promotions here, so there is no single
champ now.
Yeah.
So we have Sherry Bortel at number 1. Number 2, we got Misty Blue Sims. You have Randy Richter at number 3. Ooh, Moolah at number 4. Lilani Kai at
number 5.
Got Linda Dallas at 6. Kat LaRue at 7.
No relation to Lash LaRue?
Oh, I was going to say that. No relation to Lash LaRue. Candy Devine at number 8. That's somebody I've seen in latter day AWA.
Velvet McIntyre is number 9. And Joyce Grable, number 10.
All right. So We have an editorial here from Bill Apter regarding Starrcade. So let's go to Bill for this editorial he's got for us.
Another year of Starrcade has come and gone, and once again, Jim Crockett Promotions proved that Starrcade is no turkey. You know, Starrcade started off back in 1983. That's when the very first one took place, and all other wrestling extravaganzas have had to try and measure up to Starrcade each year. Now, unlike the WrestleMania fiasco, which put celebrities into their shows, people like Joan Rivers and Herb the Burger Man and G. Gordon Liddy, Starrcade doesn't depend upon celebrities.
Now, hold on a second, Bill. I have to pick a bone with you. How dare you refer to Herb as just Herb the Burger Man? And second of all, Bill, did you listen to the ovation and the pop that Herb got at WrestleMania 2? He was probably the most over at the Nassau Coliseum that night.
Oh. Of course, he's talking about WrestleMania 2, which was kind of a ambitious project. So ambitious that doing 3 different shows simultaneously and then having the other 2 locations watch it on closed circuit TV. So innovative, so never before tried and never tried again afterwards.
Never before, never again, Dane.
Starrcade depends upon pure wrestling. Their matchmakers work day and night trying to get the best matches, and that's what you see. Matches like Ric Flair against Nikita Koloff and the Road Warriors against the Midnight Express, the Rock and Roll Express, the Andersons, some of the finest wrestling. Now, you have to remember that these other extravaganzas are great. Wrestle Rock was sensational, a great wrestling and musical extravaganza. Also, the Great American Bash, another wrestling and music extravaganza. But when you talk about the cream of the crop, where it really gets down to the name on the marquee that says professional wrestling, Starrcade is the one event in professional wrestling that really is the personification of wrestling. For Pro Wrestling Illustrated, this is Bill Apter. Next week, ratings for the WWF and also the most hated list and a tribute to one of wrestling's greatest legends who just recently retired. Right now, back to Joe Pedicino and Gordon Solie.
Oh, man, that should be something. We get the WWF Top 10 next week.
Mm-hmm. And the 10 most hated.
Oh, that's going to be something.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go back to Joe here. I think he's going to be giving us the AWA ring report. So
this is the highlight, I think, because we'll talk about the other highlight when it comes up.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know what I'm talking about.
Oh, I know what you're talking about, Dane. But this is probably like one of my favorites this episode when we do the AWA ring report right here. So let's go to Joe.
Well, some on-target comments from Bill Apter of Pro Wrestling Illustrated about Starrcade. It was a tremendous event, and next week we'll have some exclusive interviews from Starrcade right here on Pro Wrestling This Week. But right now, it's time to go to our AWA ring report. Jimmy Superfly Snuka injured, but we've got an update on him. As a matter of fact, we have an interview with Jimmy Snuka and Larry Nelson. Larry wants to know how Jimmy feels about the possible banning of Colonel DeBeers from wrestling in the AWA.
Oh, yeah, Dane, because Jimmy got injured by Colonel DeBeers, that nasty, evil, pro-apartheid South African colonel.
Yeah, and all around, not a fan of the colored folk, any colored folks, it seems.
No, he wouldn't even have a black guy ref his matches.
No.
DeBeers. What a piece of shit he is.
Yeah. I'm half disappointed that Vince didn't get him to come in to manage the Truth Commission instead of that actor guy that Brett knew from South Africa.
Oh, yeah, that was a missed opportunity not getting Colonel DeBeers.
Yeah.
He could have demanded drug tests, because we know how he demanded a steroid drug test for Scott Hall that one time.
Yeah.
All right, but I want to hear what Jimmy has to say to Larry Nelson.
Yeah.
Oh, Larry. Oh, bud, you can't do that.
Okay.
My God.
Okay, so Jimmy's got these pitch black aviator sunglasses. He's got his head all bandaged up, and he's wearing a cervical collar around his neck. So, dang, Colonel DeBeers really messed him up.
Oh, he really fucked up Jimmy good. And
Yeah.
given what Jimmy's been accused of, you know
I
what?
was almost gonna make that. I was gonna almost make maybe now he knows how Nancy felt.
Oh yeah, now he does indeed. I mean, I hate to side with a guy who's pro with her side, but you know what? Colonel DeBeers, you did something good, I guess.
Well, hey, once in a while, I mean, Bad News Allen attacked Archie the Stumper's kid because Archie was a Grand Wizard of the KKK, and apparently I read up too that Adrian Street also worked a little stiff against Jimmy Savile and admitted that if he'd known what Savile was up to, he would have really worked him over in the ring.
Oh, history would have been a lot different. We would have probably remembered Adrian Street as a goddamn fucking hero.
Yeah, he'd be a folk hero.
Wrestling Alliance can't do that. I don't even want this man to go back to Africa or wherever you're from.
I don't even want you to be you go back to Africa or wherever you're from.
It's almost said as the same cadence as Virgil talking about that Yakuzuma, wherever Fuji got him from the Far East or wherever.
Yeah, because according to Virgil, it's like the Titanic came crashing down on him.
Yeah. I want the man here, brother. No matter what the doctors say, I just want to thank the good Lord. But you, Colonel DeBeers, I'm going to want you to dream about what you did to me.
Well, apparently Jimmy does not want Colonel DeBeers suspended. However, the doctors have said that he may not ever be able to get into the ring again to get his revenge. As I understand it, Jimmy, you don't agree with that at all?
No, sir, I don't. I don't agree that they should suspend the man, and I don't think that he ought to go anywhere. I just want him right back here in the United States, brother.
Okay, now I'm curious, okay?
Larry... That makes no sense. Because there's no guarantee that Jimmy's going to be able to wrestle again. But he doesn't want DeBeers to be suspended so he can get his revenge, even though he may not wrestle again.
I don't know, Dane. Well, okay, I have a question here.
Okay.
Larry is holding the microphone. He's not even pointing the microphone at Jimmy.
No, he isn't. He's held the microphone the whole time. There was like no microphone at all. So how's Jimmy being able to? I guess that's why he's talking in such a hushed voice, other than having to sell wearing the cervical brace.
Maybe they got a wireless mic hooked up to. Was wireless mic technology a thing in 1986?
I don't know. And they said the AWA wasn't innovative.
Yeah, apparently they're getting this good sound here with Jimmy. Unless they have like a boom mic ahead of him.
Yeah. That could be that too.
This is where it happened. And Colonel DeBeers, I got a lot on my mind, brother. Not only thinking, but feeling, brother. It's down deep.
Well, Gordon, I think it's obvious that the Superfly does not want DeBeers banned. He wants to get his hands on Colonel DeBeers himself. Our AWA Ring Report in future weeks will keep up with this situation between Snuka and DeBeers. And Gordon, let's go back to the past.
All right, we're going to go back to 1958 to Hollywood Legion Stadium, and we're going to be seeing a match of the past featuring Don Lewin, the brother to Mark Lewin, as he takes on Crybaby Bob Corby. Let's take a look.
I love that name. Crybaby Bob Corby.
Wait, they're in the present going back to the past? Hey, that's gimmick infringement, boys.
All right, so let's get to this classic match here from 1958. This is going to be probably the oldest segment that we've covered. Because what would be the previous oldest segment? I'm guessing it would be the 82 Georgia Accord prior to the 4th of July.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go to this. This is now the oldest. The Georgia show is now the second oldest by 24 years. So let's see this.
20 pounds, a sensational young wrestler from Buffalo, New York, Don Lewin.
Okay, that's actually very good. That's very good quality of black and white footage that they're showing there.
Yeah, considering it's almost 30 years old.
30, yeah. I mean, it must have been stored in some very pristine condition. I mean, almost like some of the found supposed lost episodes of Doctor Who that they found.
Yeah, I wonder if this was like found in like whatever freaking room in BBC Television Center where Ian Levine found all the episodes of the Daleks before he got this. It was supposedly the story that Ian Levine always liked to tell is he saved it because it was moments away from being destroyed. But you never know with Ian Levine. Probably the first and only time in a wrestling podcast you'll hear a reference to Ian Levine.
Yeah. Well, hey, I mean, that's supposedly why, also somewhat, I think that's why I heard, that's the story, that's why Bucky Beaver Kevin Dunn had a job with the WWF so long, because his dad apparently saved a bunch of Vince Sr.'s tapes catching fire one day.
Oh, well, not every preservation expert is good. All right, but let's get back to this classic match.
Irving Lawfer, the second for Crybaby Bob Corby, Danny Lubin. Referee, third man in the ring, Joe Varga. The boys are taking off their robes. Corby took off his jacket, Lewin the robe, and we're ready for the bell. There it is, and we're ready for action. This is a one-fall bout, 20-minute time limit.
Come on, Corby.
Full front headlock by Corby. Got a handful of hair here that Varga can't see. The hard right to the side of the head, right into that ear. Chopping right to the side of the head again. That side headlock. Sharp right between the eyes. Wow, he really let that one go.
I just love that this guy's just putting the other guy in a headlock and just beating the crap out of his head.
Yeah.
I want to see more of this in wrestling in 2025.
Bring this old school style back.
Yeah, instead of freaking all this deathmatch shit in AEW, I want to see this kind of shit.
Yes.
Side headlock. Into the ropes goes Corby. On the shoulder butt. Watch this. Corby got the worst of that for the moment, and Lewin's right on top of him.
Oh my, okay, so can we describe what just happened here, Dane?
Looks like it was a reversal cover, trying to attempt to cover, got reversed, and now we got a pinning position going on.
Yeah, but the ref's not in position to make a pin here.
No.
For reference, it's at 21-23.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. There's the shoulder butt that backfired him.
Wait a minute.
Wait. He counted the pin by just blatantly tapping him on the shoulder? What?
What the? Now that's some referee injustice there, Becky Lynch.
Yeah, that's some real referee injustice.
Yeah.
Fuck off with this shit.
Yeah. Leave Jessica Carr alone, otherwise she's going to get her best friend Calix after you.
Oh, I don't doubt that at all.
Yeah.
That'd be just hilarious if they introduced Jessica Carr's mass persona in and just did the whole El Grande Americano Chad Gable shit with her.
I was almost thinking do it kind of like Abyss and
Joe Park. Oh
yeah, Joe Park. Yeah,
awesome.
Basically, Calix, from what I've seen in the few appearances that she's had in Evolve, that basically Calix is gender swapped Abyss, anyways.
So yeah, Calix could be like the reverse Joe Park. That would be actually a brilliant idea.
Yeah. I'm not going to get any AI suggesting that.
Oh, no. You'll never suggest that in Chat GPT.
Yeah.
It came straight from us, not the old noggin doing the booking for you guys.
Yeah.
Hunter.
He protested. He's really crying about this one.
Oh, so now we see why they call him the crybaby.
Yeah, because he's crying that he lost. And I love that other expression there. The fans are giving him the old rhubarb.
Oh.
Well, that was a shoulder but that backfired. And young Don Lewin of Buffalo, New York, defeats crybaby Bob Corby with a body press.
Well, that certainly was something.
Yeah, that was definitely strange and unusual.
Oh, but you know what's not going to be strange and unusual, Dane? World-class championship wrestling on tour.
Oh, we got Fort Worth, Texas.
Yeah, December 1st, we got Fort Worth. We got Dallas on December 5th. And we got Lawton, Oklahoma, December 10th. But we have the Christmas Spectacular at Reunion Arena in Dallas.
Wow, we got wrestling on Christmas.
Yep.
I think I heard Jim Cornette once talk about how that used to be a tradition, was always the territories would always have some kind of show on Christmas Day. Not like today when that actually, you know what, fair play to good old Paul Levesque and Nick Khan that they're now giving the wrestlers the week off for Christmas now.
Yeah, good on them. You know what? People can say what they will about TKO and whatnot, but I appreciate the fact that they are looking out for the wrestlers on the holidays, at least.
Yeah. Like, that's why last week when they actually taped SmackDown twice so that the talent there can spend Thanksgiving at home.
Oh, still to come, Dane. We got the 6 blindfolded women.
That sounds a little bit more salacious than it actually is.
Yeah, it does. All right, let's go back to Gordon.
WTW, may I point out at this time that Don Lewin, of course, had a reasonably brief but highly successful career in professional wrestling. However, he was afraid of injuries to his hands. Today, of course, Don Lewin is an extremely successful and a professional commercial artist in the city of New York. So I guess Don really chose the right path to follow.
Oh, that's nice. So Don Lewin used his work on his hands to paint.
And I'm almost thinking about the Seinfeld when George becomes a hand model.
Joe, I know things have been happening in Deep South.
That's true, Gordon. It's time for our feature match of the week, and it's sort of a combination of everything we're doing today. It's a very unusual match. It features the ladies, and it's a battle royal. It's a 6-woman battle royal that took place recently just outside of Atlanta, Georgia, in a town called Carrollton, Georgia. An unusual battle royal in the sense that all 6 women are wearing blindfolds. I happened to be there that night along with Dick Patrick and Rock Hunter calling the action. So let's go watch and see what happens when you put 6 women in a ring and then you put blindfolds on them.
We'll tell the difference.
All right, here goes.
We're going to learn what happens, Dave, when you put 6 women with blindfolds.
Ooh!
Ooh!
This sounds like that would be definitely more in the same section of the Apter mags as the other women wrestling tapes. You know the ones I mean.
Oh, yeah, the apartment wrestling tapes?
Yeah.
Yeah, did you see in like the dirty section of the ads and PWI?
Yeah.
You have no idea how when I would go and see the dirty the salacious ads with Magnificent Mimi back in the day in the wrestling magazines. I was like, ooh.
You know, one interesting thing, if you was to hang out in the corner and wait for someone to come to you, you'd be right there by the ropes, and they'd know where the ropes were in order to dump you over. You might have...
Okay, let me just say this. This looks like the most rinky-dink place that they're having this show at, Deep South. I've seen some rinky-dink shows, but this is like the rinky-dinkiest of all the rinky-dinky shows.
Oh God, yeah. This is almost making the dying days of 2000 Stampede Wrestling, where there were only like 10 people at the Ogden Legion Hall showing up for tapings.
Sadly, 10 people see the West Edmonton Mauler.
Yeah.
Oh.
Have a little better advantage out in the middle of the ring where, you know...
Candy Divine has got... Who is that she's got? Peggy Lee. Oh, well, Peggy's got her now. Guys, I'll tell you, it's going to be hard for me to call the action on this.
It is for me, too. Terry Shane has one of the girls tied up over there. Right now, Joyce Grable is taking care of Tina Marie. Tina Marie, she's a small lady, but she may be able to hide in the corner. Uh-oh, Joyce has got her. Joyce put her right over, pushed her. She's on the apron. She touched the floor. Tina Marie's out. So there goes my theory of her being able to hide in the corner.
She wasn't able to hide. She takes the blindfold off now.
I give them credit because they actually seem like they're legit blindfolded, unlike the blindfolds they use for Jake and Rick at WrestleMania 7.
Yes, the squiggly wiggly spot.
Yeah. And I believe if you have the old WWE unreleased DVD that they put out around 2017, I believe they actually have the tryout match for the blindfold match between Jake and Rick.
Yeah. And also give these credit that these blindfolds also seem to be staying on, unlike in TNA with, I think what it was, James Storm and Wildcat Chris Harris when they had their blindfold match.
Yes, I remember that. Jesus Christ, and it kept falling off. Yeah. Yeah, the explosion of America's Most Wanted went so badly because the blindfolds went into business for themselves. But at least we got these, like, what would you call these blindfolds that the ladies have on here?
They're just almost like almost would say like ace bandages.
Oh, they definitely do look like ace bandages they got on their eyes.
Yeah. They're doing pretty well for this so far. That I think there's been one elimination, I think. I heard them talk about some woman named Tina Louise got eliminated, so
I think it's Tina Marie. If it was Tina Louise, it'd be very something if it was Ginger from McGilligan's Island that got eliminated.
God.
Freaking what's next? Mary Ann is going to get eliminated from this battle royal.
Really, what's going on in the ring? Shakes her head one time and says,
Candy Devine looks like she's going to have Peggy Lee. Peggy fought her way out of it. Looks like Joyce has Lisa Crockett right now. Whoa! What a shot to the back of the head.
Think about it. She doesn't know who it is she's hitting.
Yeah, well, one good thing, two people can't team up against all the other opponents in a match like this.
That's a good point because here are two people who went in the...
Oh! So one of the lady wrestlers was wrestling the referee in the ring.
They don't know how many or who's all in there, and you can't team up with another person to eliminate because you don't know who's all in there and who's left. So would make sense that the referee gets wrapped up in a bit of this kerfuffle.
Doesn't really make sense why the referee's in the ring. Shouldn't the referee be on the outside of the ring looking to see if the wrestlers have been eliminated or not?
I think also for some reason they also count this battle royal for whatever reason also includes pinfalls as well too, because I think that's how the match itself ends. I think is of a pinfall.
Okay, so they're going by New Japan Rumble rules.
Yeah.
All right.
In some serious trouble.
Thank you very much, Rock.
Oh no!
Now one of the lover lady wrestlers landed on top of the wrestler, but also she's on top of the ref.
Lucky bastard.
That ref's getting tag team in more ways than one.
Yeah.
Joe, when I said you were the bravest man I know,
I love it.
Now, he really can't disqualify them.
No, but he did the smart thing. He got it. Look at it. He got that red face. Backbreaker. 1, 2, 3.
All right, there goes...
that goes Lisa Crockett.
Lisa Crockett is out.
Well, he's awful brave. He got back in there. Now, Terry Shane and Peggy Lee working on Candy Devine. They may have her.
She's gonna go.
Whoa, they dumped her.
Oh, Damn, there's no mats.
That's like solid concrete, and she just took a. I mean, this isn't like WWE when they were doing Divas Battle Royals and they would count either over the top or through the rope as eliminations. At least that, and they had like at least the mats around the ring, but that's ouch.
Oh my God, that's like Bill Watts WCW era.
Yeah.
That, ugh. Well, at least she landed all right, I guess.
Yeah, well, I think they talked that she kind of was limping off, but I don't know if she was selling it or with the crowd or just actually was legit banged up. But damn, that was like a nasty. If it wasn't that concrete, that. Oh.
I don't even want to think about that.
Yeah.
That's got to be an awful, scary feeling, going backwards over that top rope with a blindfold. You can't see where you're going. You can't try and brace yourself for the fall. Uh-oh. Joyce Grable just run Terry Shane. And
you know, you got to wonder, do they know how many women are left in there? I mean, you know, they don't know whether there's 3 left or 5 left or...
You know, I wouldn't be surprised if Candy Devine didn't catch that ring apron right across the shins when she went out.
She's limping off.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
A double slam on Joyce Grable. Peggy Lee, whoa! She kicked Terry Shane right over the top.
And another nasty ass over the top onto the concrete floor bump from one of the ladies.
Oh my. This promotion doesn't give a shit about safety.
No. Yeah, see, again, another thing that we bitch about TK all you want. Like I said, they've really improved on trying to make sure that the wrestlers aren't like crippled by the time they're 40.
See, Tony?
She's feeling for us. She knows she's gone, but she didn't know if she went through or over.
This brings us down to just 2 girls, but I wonder if they know that. Obviously
now it's
not.
a matter of finding it. Oh, Joyce found her. Now they're tied up. Joyce back to Peggy Lee into the ropes. Ooh, shot in the midsection. There. Once you get a hold of them, you can pretty much I guess you just start hammering when you get a hold of somebody.
I can't think of it.
I love that lady right here in the purple shirt just casually like watching shit. This old ass lady right here in the front row.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's getting a good view of everything.
I guess you just start hammering when you get a hold of somebody.
I can't think of any other way, and right now that's exactly what Peggy's doing.
Well, she's got her by the... Ooh! What a shot to the chin. Rock Joyce. Joyce, she's a tough lady, though. Oh, she's got her up on that top rope. Ooh, a shot to the midsection. Oh!
Well, she's got her down, but the thing she's got to do is find her.
Find her now,
Try
yeah.
to pin her.
Well, she found her. There's a 3 count. We got a winner.
Joyce Grable wins.
Joyce Grable, the winner.
Joyce Grable.
There we go.
She's a tough lady.
Yeah, Joyce Grable getting the dub here.
Number 10 on the PWI women's rankings.
Yeah, I'm sure that's going to vault her up at least into the mid part of the top 10.
Yeah.
I'm sure Bill Apter and Craig Peters are going to take that match into high consideration for the next ranking.
Yeah.
Our UWF Ring Report this week concerns Michael Hayes, or the lack of Michael Hayes on the program. As you know, of course, we've been negotiating with Michael Hayes for his postscript from the UWF each week. And negotiations were finally completed. However, when Terry Gordy lost the UWF title to the one-man gang by default, Hayes got so angry and so emotional he refused to do his postscript. We're going to look at the one-man gang now in his first title defense against Ted DiBiase.
Oh, so we're going to go the one-man gang against Ted DiBiase here.
Whoa. I also kind of like the, before, like, when Gordon was talking about Michael PSAs there, they had like the little picture insert there. They had PS or BS.
Yeah. I believe Michael was doing a special segment for pro wrestling this week at this time. I'm guessing Michael was so upset with how Terry lost the UWF title, he just decided to stop sending a segment into Gordon and Joe.
Ah.
All right, but we're going to get one main gang as Ted DiBiase. This is kind of like a dream match for me.
Oh, and of course it's face Ted DiBiase against heel one-man gang.
Yeah, and I saw a little bit of face DiBiase around this time with some of the UWF stuff. And
yeah,
I know DiBiase I know it wouldn't logically work with the $1 Million Man character as a face, obviously.
Nope.
But as just Ted DiBiase as UWF as just a baby face, he's really good in that role.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're gonna get Gang and DiBiase here. So let's go to it.
Yeah, that's for sure. By the way, Michael Hayes has calmed down, and he has assured us that next week we will have a UWF postscript. We're looking forward to that.
Oh, thank God, Gordon.
Oh, thank God.
Well, we could have gone like weeks without a Michael Hayes.
Michael Hayes update. Someone must have brought him his powder to calm him down.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they might have negotiated to get him back on some let's just say some powder. I'm not talking about the baby powder variety.
No. Yeah. Well, I'm sure we'll get another nice, I think later on there's a nice PSA about that kind of stuff later on coming.
Oh yeah, we're gonna get to that. Probably like the closest we'll ever get to like a shoot here on this particular program in '86. But all right, let's get to the match.
Joe, it's time now for Viewpoint.
Right, Gordon.
Oh no, we're not gonna get the match yet.
No, we're getting a Viewpoint first.
Okay, so this is the segment that was teased about that we mentioned just now. So okay, we're gonna let Joe go to it, and we're gonna go to the Viewpoint.
Yep.
Gary Hart's Viewpoint has been one of the most controversial parts of the show every week. This week, one of the most unusual ones yet. Recently, Chris Adams got into an altercation on an airplane with one of the representatives from the airline. That led to his incarceration. Now, Gary Hart has these comments about that situation and a very important message for our younger viewers.
Okay, so I need to mention, Chris Adams got in a shoot altercation with a flight attendant and went to jail. And it should be noted he was drunk when he did this.
Jeez. I know they settled out of court, but did Rigo ever face any incarceration when he urinated on that one flight attendant too?
I don't know.
Because I know there was some kind of out-of-court settlement afterwards, but I don't even think he faced any time in the clinker for that.
No, I don't think so, indeed. But
I don't even think anyone from the plane ride from hell faced any jail time, and that was all watch the Dark Side of the Ring story on that.
Oh, God, more ways than one. But yeah, we're going to get to Gary Hart commenting about it. And it does make a lot of sense why Gary would be commenting about it, because he managed Chris Adams in World Class, so probably knows Chris very well. So this is kind of like the closest you'll ever get in 1986 to like maybe like a shoot and going totally off script.
Well, yeah, I mean, for most part, this whole program has been pretty much like within kayfabe. This is going to be interesting at the time.
Yeah. So let's go to Gary.
I asked Chris Adams if there was anything he could do to change what took place. What would be the one thing that he would do? And Chris said to me emphatically, I would not have taken the first drink. Also, I asked Chris, how do you think that this is going to affect your wrestling career? How do you think the fans are going to feel about you since this incident took place and it's been publicized throughout the world? Chris has told me that the mail that's been generated since this incident took place has all been positive. He feels that the support of the wrestling fans are still behind him, and he wants you to know that he truly appreciates it. I asked Chris Adams if there's anything that can come of this in a good and positive way, what would it be? And Chris Adams said to me to let the wrestling fans and everyone else know that if any way, that if this could prevent someone else from getting into a similar situation, then it may be worthwhile. But most of all, Chris wants everyone to understand that alcohol is a very bad thing. Chris Adams isn't the type of person that you've been hearing about in recent weeks and recent months. Chris Adams made a mistake. He had one too many drinks, and it can happen to you. So remember, when you start to drink, if it's in a car, if it's at home, remember, alcohol does change your personality. It turns a nice, pleasant person into a maniac, someone that will do something that they would never do without drinking. Chris Adams said, if you want to do yourself a favor, remember, two of the biggest problems in America today is alcohol and drugs. And Chris especially has a message to you young children out there, you children that still are young and fresh. Stay off drugs. Get high on life. And remember, they call it dope. Don't be one.
Good words there from Gary right there.
Oh yeah, that is a more effective PSA than the one episode of Saved by the Bell there with the no hope with dope.
Yeah, and you got to remember, I think it was at the start of '86 when Gino passed away.
Yeah,
Gino Hernandez. Yeah, so I mean, obviously, I know Gary managed Gino Hernandez, and he was Chris's tag team partner. So obviously, that message from Gary is like more important, more than his voice, and one about drugs are not good. Stay away from them.
Even like the one like with Captain Lou Albano and his Mario getup, like drugs can kill, and you go through hell before you die. I mean that. Please.
Please. That, you know what? I think we have the ending to the episode. But yeah, no good, these drugs. So, all right. So let's get back to Gordon and Joe.
Certainly some very sage advice from Gary Hart. I hope both young and old will pay attention.
Right, Gordon. We're going to take a break right now and let the stations make some money. And when we come back, we're going to show you how two men made a lot of money.
Oh, we're going to see how two men made a lot of money, I guess. But Watts' UWF is on tour. We got Little Rock, Arkansas on December 1st. We got Monroe, Louisiana on December 2nd. Springfield, Missouri on December 6th. And Christmas Day, we got Lafayette and Shreveport, Louisiana at 3 o'clock. New Orleans and Monroe, Louisiana at 8 o'clock. So they're airing 4 shows. I'm guessing 2 crews.
2 crews. So I thought like the WWF's house show circuit in the early days was nuts.
No, apparently they got freaking. Are they gonna have like 4 different ring crews? Because they'd have to like. What would the deal be?
Yeah, and like how I would have to look on the map to see how much driving distance is there between all those. They're all in Louisiana, but how much driving is there between the one crew to get to the other show and vice versa?
Yeah, I'm trying to think where the New Orleans show would be. I'm guessing maybe the Superdome on Christmas because, I mean, I'm trying to think. There's no I don't think there's a basketball arena because the Hornets are not in New Orleans until like 2002. So
yeah,
I don't know. All right, so now we got coming up $100,000, 3 even chances, 2 rings awaiting, and a partridge in a pear tree.
Oh, that's clever.
Yeah, because Christmas is coming up and everything.
Christmas is coming.
Now to take a look at one of those unusual matches we were telling you about. It took place in Birmingham, Alabama. Gordon Solie calling the action in a 2-ring, 20-man, triple chance battle royal. The 2 teams left in each ring at the end of the battle royal face each other. The winning team splits $100,000. Let's go to the match. We can't show you all of it, so we'll show you how it started, and then we'll cut to the end of the match and let you see who split the $100,000.
So remember now, 2-ring, triple chance battle royal. The last 2 men left in ring 1 and the last 2 men left in ring 2 will battle it out with each other. Australian tag team rules then take effect, and the winning team will pick up $100,000 to...
Australian tag team rules are in effect for this?
What, you got to pin the person with a boomerang or something?
Well, they got to consult Outback Jack on how to make a pin here?
Yeah.
So this is basically, I guess, the style of... do you remember in Battle Bowl for Starrcade 91 where they had the two rings?
Yep.
I'm guessing that's how they're doing it for this
yes.
Battle Royal.
That's what I'm thinking too. Or not quite also the 3 rings for World War III.
Oh, thank God it's not World War III.
Yeah. Although it looks like the second ring is pretty much empty and everyone's in. So to me, the smart strategy would be just hang out in the, because it sounds like that they said that like 2 competitors from ring 1 and 2 competitors from ring 2 make it to the final. So just kind of hang out in ring 2 right now, since most everyone's concentrated in the first ring.
$50,000 checks. Notice how some of these fellows are sitting just waiting for an opportunity to catch a prey if they can. He did not let go, so consequently, there's 2 of them out, I believe. 2 of them out. And the battle goes on outside the ring. Good atomic knee drop, but now Pritchard caught from behind.
Now, I should note they're playing a graphic for as time goes on, they move to the scene.
Yep.
So we're now 12 minutes into the match here. And the Pritchard they've mentioned is obviously Dr. Tom Pritchard.
Okay, I was almost going to say, was that maybe old Bruce Pritchard, maybe?
I think Bruce would be in Houston Wrestling working in the office for Bosch at this time.
Okay.
Reversal again on the hustler, Rip Rogers, and we've got another one outside the ring. And now it's Pritchard, and it looks like the New Guinea Headhunters think they've won it. They seem to have
okay, so they put a graphic. The 2 teams left in the Battle Royal are Scott Armstrong and Kevin Sullivan against the New Guinea Headhunters.
Not to be confused with the Kentucky Headhunters.
There's a Kentucky Headhunters?
Well, I thought, wasn't that, or the other Headhunters there too, the big fat guys that will also appeared at the Royal Rumble as Squat Team.
Oh, Squat Team 1 and Squat Team 2. Yeah, I remember those guys.
Yeah, or the one tag team that came in looking like a duo the Butcher there with Jim Cornette one time and attacked Davey Boy and Owen during the tournament, and these guys are supposed to be like 400 pounds, and Davey Boy just effortlessly body slammed him.
I don't remember that.
I'll send you the link later for it, because it's quite amusing.
All right.
They've won it. I did not see a 3 count, but they certainly seem to feel they've got it made, that they have it all together. And again. Well, wait a minute. Now they've got Armstrong in again. They go to a pinning combination, but, well, they seem to think that they've got it locked up, that they're home free. Steve Armstrong just got a pin.
Sullivan's just standing around the ropes and posing, and while Steve gets beat down, but Steve gets the pin. So Armstrong and Sullivan apparently have won the money, and are going to all split the money evenly.
Yeah, I'm sure that's not going to cause any problems whatsoever.
No, they both get 50,000 payoff here.
Oh yeah, 50 grand. That's a good amount to go the pay window with.
Yeah.
Armstrong just got a pin. Steve Armstrong has just gotten a pin on the New Guinea Headhunters.
And Ricky Kevin Sullivan's like, yeah, you guys won.
Right? Yeah.
They thought they had him beat, and Steve Armstrong picking up a check for $50,000.
Wait,
a check for $50,000.
Sullivan's beating up his own partner now?
Yeah, because he was trying to Not even Bobber helped Steve Armstrong because he wanted the Headhunters to win.
Yeah, and I think the Headhunters are joining in as well, too, here.
This is like the worst way to win $50,000 ever for Kevin Sullivan.
Yeah.
I wonder if Kevin used that $50,000 to get a new house out in the Conch Republic.
Yeah, probably.
50,000, but it was through. No, wait a minute. They've taken both checks. Sullivan has both checks, and now it's just carnage out.
Oh, that's terrible. Kevin took both checks.
Took both? Now he's $100,000. He probably can buy the entire Conch Republic with that money.
You think, is he going to give any of that money to Dave? You think, Dane?
Well, that's probably why Dave ends up becoming a Hulkamaniac. You remember his brother cheating him out of the $100,000, his share.
That's probably why. It's all your fault, Kevin. You're upset that your brother became Hulkamaniac. It's because you didn't bother to give him any money back in 1986 when you won that Battle Royal.
Yeah.
Out there, absolute carnage. But the New Guinea Headhunters and Kevin Sullivan have walked out with both $50,000 checks.
Well, the unusual thing about a battle royal like that is you never know who it's going to end up making teammates. Steve Armstrong and Kevin Sullivan, not exactly best friends, but they did win the battle royal. Unfortunately, Kevin walked away with all the money. I'm sure Steve, though, did something about that.
He's taking action on that right now, and I can assure you Steve is going to get his $50,000 or $50,000 worth of Kevin Sullivan's hide, no question about it.
Okay, so now we're going to go into the World Class Championship Wrestling Ring Report.
Yeah, and we get a nice station ID here from, I guess this is KSCH-TV in Stockton and Sacramento, Channel 58.
Let me take a look and see what that station is now, if they still go by those call letters. Let me just do a quick Google search here. It is now KQCA Channel 58, and it is now an affiliate of the CW and My Network TV. That's unusual.
I thought My Network TV was gone.
My Network TV still exists as kind of like a syndicator.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's just mainly just used as a network to like rerun stuff. I know Channel 9, which is still My Network, puts like reruns of Family Feud in the primetime hours. So
time now for our WCCW Ring Report, and it does concern a brand new addition into the Dallas, Texas wrestling area. We're talking about a man who's been dubbed the Black Superman. We're referring, of course, to Tony Atlas. Tony Atlas, who has won numerous bodybuilding titles and weightlifting titles around the United States. He was Mr. USA at one time in his career. A great, great athlete, a fine, fine wrestler. We're going to watch the Black Superman, Tony Atlas, in Dallas now in the WCCW as he takes on the Grappler. It's quite a match indeed and quite a debut for Tony Atlas.
Now, hold on a second. I know for a fact that the real Black Superman is Idris Elba and Hobbs and Shaw.
Yes.
I'm Black Superman. All right, let's get to Tony here. You know what? I wonder if he wins. Do you think he's going to be going backstage and he's going to get some feet action at the backstage area?
Well, depend which ladies were there at the time in World Class.
Oh yeah, maybe Sunshine is still there. I don't know.
Sunshine or one of the future former Mrs. Steve Austins is there too.
I don't think Jeannie's there until like 89.
Oh, okay.
Didn't seem to bother him. Just a big smile and said, "Come on now, I'm going to get you. I'm going to get you." And the Grappler said, "No. Let's find a way to get out of here." Tony Atlas just can't wait to make contact, and the Grappler doesn't hurry his interest too fast. Coming up in our next bout, Lance Von Erich meets Buzz Sawyer, the Mad Dog. Right now, the Grappler has a couple of shots of his own. Throwing some punches. Has got the Black Superman just a little groggy here. Ooh, a good shot there by the Grappler.
Now that was an illegal thumb in the throat. And the grappler will give you everything, and then occasionally he'll got to give you some of these little extracurricular activities. So the grappler working on Tony Atlas. 1, 2, but right in the air. Shot to the midsection on that knee lift. Here comes the grappler, rolling fast and rolling hard. No, down goes Tony and grappler. Look at the move of that. And a sleep hold. A sleep hold administered by Tony Atlas. And a black Superman putting all those muscles to work. And rolling the grappler down quickly and enthusiastic.
I love how Tony's just like rocking this guy's head back and forth here.
Yeah, and the grappler's another just kind of a generic masked wrestler again.
I could have sworn this is like the same guy.
No, but he's just got the regular tights because the other guy, the assassin, he had like the double strap singlet too there. So,
all right.
But I think the mask is also slightly different. But yeah, it's still like a black and white,
generic Dollar Tree bootleg action figure wrestler. Yeah.
Yeah.
The grappler trying to hang on. Tony Atlas getting into his work. Lifted again. Down again. One more time. It's down and up. And Tony Atlas makes a tremendous debut.
You know, I never see that spot with the sleeper hold where the guy's hand actually goes down 3 times.
No, never have. Because I mean, usually, every time I know, famously, Brutus Beefcake uses that. And every time every Brutus Beefcake match, I've seen him hit the sleeper hold in match. The referee just does the motion for the bell right away, and then Brutus says it's cutting and strutting because it could happen to you.
You never know. It could happen to you.
You never know. It could happen to you. That is probably the best thing that has come from the OVP 88 canon is Brutus saying, you never know. It could happen to you. Okay, so I have a comment regarding the clip that Joe posted in the OVP group from, I'll call him friend of the program, Peter Winston from GFA Live, who says, and I'm going to do this in his Boston accent right here, my bad impression of his Boston accent, okay? Beefcake was doing a series of promos in which he would name drop Nick Cage movies. He never got around to Valley Girl or Con Air. And I wrote, now I want to hear Brutus do a cover of How Do I Live Without You from Con Air. How do I ever survive? Okay, we got the NWA on tour, so you can catch the NWA in action in these cities. Minneapolis, Minnesota today on November 29th at the Metro Center. We got the Christmas Spectacular in Atlanta. And then on December 29th, Crockett has booked the LA Forum.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I wonder, is Magic Johnson or Kareem going to show up to this card? Now, I know, Dane, for a fact that Ric Flair was a big Lakers fan. So I wonder if you would see Rick with James Worthy or Kareem or Magic at this show.
Well, 86 Flair, he probably would have ran all the way through the Laker girls if they were that big of a thing back then.
Oh, yeah, the Laker girls were definitely a thing at 86. I could see Rick making his way with at least 2 Laker girls in the hotel room, if you catch my drift.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we're going to go back to, coming up, the Jumping Bomb Angels.
Oh,
this is going to be something.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to Joe here.
Time now for our NWA Ring Report. This week concerning the movement of 2 of the top stars in the NWA. Barry Windham has moved into the World Championship area out of Atlanta, Georgia, working now for Crockett Promotions. Along with Barry Windham, Crockett has recently announced the addition of Bob Armstrong. Bob moving in to the World Championship area, probably will work with his son, Brad, who has been a top star there in the WCW and has been having his problems with Bill Dundee and Jim Garvin. Barry Windham and Bob Armstrong, 2 new additions to the World Championship area, should make quite an addition there as they go in against people like the Russians and the Four Horsemen. Recently, Gordon Solie had an opportunity to interview a beautiful lady and also the current NWA U.S. Women's Champion. Her name is Misty Blue Sims. Let's take a look at Gordon Solie, an envious job.
Oh,
envious job, you say?
This is going to be quite the segment here.
Yes.
Okay, you seem to have, though, tremendous strength, great
Not a bad pair.
No.
So Misty Ray Simmers, I guess, is her name.
Misty Blue Sim.
Yeah, she's got herself a nice strapless bikini top there, and also a matching colored bottom, as we would see later.
Yes.
Sitting poolside.
Yeah, some pool somewhere. I'm guessing maybe somewhere in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Tendon strength, which most women are not noted for. I find that rather unusual, but yet I've noticed you when you get an opponent in the ring, you've got tremendous tendon strength, which belies your figure.
Well, that comes from, well, Killer Kowalski is the one that trained me, and he taught me like, he taught men, and
I just love that they're sitting by this pool and Gordon's just casually holding the microphone.
He's just got like a casual business suit, business shirt on, and he's got his slacks on too there. So can bust out the Bermuda shorts there for a little bit there, Gordon.
Yeah, at least.
like a man, and he showed me different ways to get people up that are a lot heavier than myself, and it's all in balance and the way you do lift them.
All right, so basketball, boxing, both give you a great balance. Wrestling, of course, you learn the leverage aspects of it. What do you consider as your biggest problem becoming a person who is rapidly becoming as famous as you have become?
Right now, just trying to keep up with the pace and, you know, like traveling and everything. I really like to travel. That's like, excuse me, why I wanted to get in this sport, to see the world. But I don't think I have any problems right now other than just keeping my belt right now.
Well, I must admit, Joe, that was one of the more pleasurable interviews I've had in the years.
Oh, yeah, it was definitely one of the most pleasurable interviews you've had, Gordon.
Yeah.
Right now it's time for our international match, and we're going to see some more very, very attractive but very tough young ladies. I'm referring, of course, to the Jumping Bomb Angels. We're going to see them in an Australian tag team match in Tokyo, Japan. This is indeed our international match of the week. I think you're going to find it most interesting. Like Misty Blue, they're a mighty pretty pair of ladies. Let's go see the Jumping Bomb Angels in action.
Okay, so we're going to get a treat here. We're going to see the Jumping Bomb Angels about a year before they would have their big run in WWF.
Yep, and against a couple other future WWF stars in Velvet McIntyre and Judy Martin.
Yes, and I believe Judy Martin would be, I think, with Leilani Kai and the Glamour Girls in that epic feud the next year.
Yep.
And watch out. Velvet McIntyre has 1 foot into the ring, 1 foot over the ropes. Looks like she's ready to come in at any second now. As Tateno Norio and Judy Martin mix it up in the center. And the advantage goes to Tateno at this point, a count of 2. And didn't look like it was going to be a pin. Judy Martin very strong. A tag is made. In comes Yamazaki Itsuki, who carries Judy around by her hair and throws that big body around. Now, as Velvet gets into the ring now, she is met by the wrath of Yamazaki, but Yamazaki gets it right in the chest there. And again, right in the chest is Velvet McIntyre. You can see she wrestles barefooted. Oh, and a body slam. A body slam that shook this entire building, I can tell you that. Double teaming now against Itsuki and a double lariat. Velvet McIntyre and Judy Martin now kicking away at Itsuki. Yamazaki Itsuki in the middle of the ring here in trouble. Meanwhile, off in the corner, Tateno now is wanting to get back in.
And also love the fact that both the Jumping Bomb Angels have different color polka dot with their tights.
Oh, yes.
So, yeah, I mean, polka dots work somehow.
Take that, all you sporks who bitched about Dusty in 1989.
Yeah, I mean, well, that's what he was most thankful for at the 89 Survivor Series. What am I most thankful for, baby? My polka dots.
She had one foot in the ring. Now going to the top of the rope is Velvet McIntyre. Velvet McIntyre up on top, comes down across the back of Itsuki while Judy Martin.
Well, at least Velvet McIntyre actually connected on a move from the top rope in 1986. Am I right?
Yeah.
Of course, in WrestleMania 2, she'd have the that miss against Moolah, which I don't know what the fuck happened in that match.
He's holding her up there. Itsuki manages to roll out of this. Tag is made, and Velvet now into the ring. And now it's Itsuki's turn to show a little trickery.
That was actually a good move there.
Oh, yeah, that was like almost like a springboard top rope dive from, now I'm going to sound like Vince there. What are the dropping bomb angels?
Off the top of that rope with a bit of body movement. Now all four girls in the middle of the ring. What's this? Oh, a reverse. The JV Angels were going to slam the two Americans into each other, and that did not work. And you see the reverse there as the two JV Angels went crashing into each other. All four girls slamming away. Oh, my goodness, what's this? What a move. Count of 1, 2, 3, and it's over. It's over.
Now, can we describe the ending of the match?
Very fast-paced. The blue angel there, she caught, I think it looked like it was Velvet McIntyre up in a roll-up and got the 1, 2, 3 after doing like some Irish whipping into the front post. So it looks like, I think she did it from the
top.
Yeah, from the top, like almost kind of like a sunset flip almost from the top rope.
Yeah. So the Bomb Angels get the win. And now we get AWA on tour December action. Milwaukee, Wisconsin, December 6th. Buffalo, New York on December 14th. Christmas night at St. Paul, Minnesota. And then Las Vegas in December 26th. Keep watching PWTW for further details on AWA action. And then, up next, this week's award.
Pro Wrestler of the Week.
Yes.
Our one fall 60-minute time limit is just about up for this week on Pro Wrestling this week. Before we go, however, Joe, I think we should tell the people about the Pro Wrestler of the Week.
Oh, absolutely, Gordon. One of our top features every week here on PWTW, our Pro Wrestler of the Week. We've been honoring and featuring the ladies today, so it's only befitting that our Pro Wrestler of the Week is Joyce Grable, the winner of that 6-woman blindfold battle royal. Let's go back and take a look just at how Joyce Grable won that battle royal.
Oh! Well, she's got her down, but the thing she's got to do is find her now, yeah. Try to pin her. Well, she found her. There's a 3 count. We got a winner. Joyce Grable wins.
Good for her. That should put her in at least the top 3 or 4 then on the PWI list now.
Oh, yeah. That'll definitely move her up the rankings. Yeah. Because now Pro Wrestler of the Week. I like that she got a nice graphic here. She's got all these stars here. Like how you, it's like how you, remember when you would win a match at WrestleMania on NES?
Yeah.
That's exactly what this graphic is.
Well, it was an unusual match and an unusual win for one Joyce Grable. She is our Pro Wrestler of the Week for this week. And Gordon, I know we've got a great show lined up next week.
A lot of wild action, Joe, including our Matt Classic of the Week, is going to feature one of the wildest, most violent men I've ever seen in professional wrestling. I'm referring, of course, to the Sheik. Once again, we'll have another update from Bill Apter and Pro Wrestling Illustrated. We'll have those exclusive interviews regarding Starrcade and, of course, results of all of the Thanksgiving matches around the nation. Also, of course, we'll be having, hopefully, our first report from Michael Hayes in the UWF Postscript. We'll be following the career of Tony Atlas, the Black Superman. We'll also find out what happened if Steve Armstrong finally picked up his extra $50,000. That and much, much more upcoming next week here on Pro Wrestling This Week. Till then, I'm Gordon Solie.
And I'm Joe Pedicino. We'll be back next week with lots more action on Pro Wrestling This Week. Till then, you have a good week, and keep them down for the 3 count.
Oh, I hope next week we'll find out if Steve Armstrong got that $50,000.
I want to know that too, and the Math Classic also featuring the original Sheik.
Oh yeah, Sabu's uncle. I hope we'll get footage of him taking all the money from the box office too. Okay, let's look at our credits. In studio segments: executive producer Joe Pedicino, produced by Ken LaMorta and Tom Verdas, director Ken LaMorta, cameras Bill Bohannon and Gary Smith, set design Ken LaMorta, electrical graphics Jackie Benson, makeup and hairstyler by Tammy Miller. Oh, special thanks to the following for providing footage for PWTW: Big Time Championship Wrestling, the National Wrestling Federation, Continental Championship Wrestling, the Universal Wrestling Federation, Stampede Wrestling, Pro Wrestling Illustrated, American Wrestling Association, Deep South Wrestling, World Class Wrestling, New Japan Wrestling, WATL 36 Atlanta. Photographs provided by Len McAllister, Pro Wrestling Illustrated, PWI New York segment, produced by Craig Peters. And the proceeding has been a WATL Pro Wrestling This Week Inc. sports presentation, copyright 1986.
And also, we should mention that the closing theme, and also that I guess the music that was used throughout the show for the bumpers, was instrumental version of "Party All the Time" by Eddie Murphy and Rick James.
Yeah. They probably had to pay like big money to Rick James to use the instrumental for that.
Yeah.
I tried to mute it as much as possible when I knew we'd get the instrumental for Party All the Time. So I hope we'll be okay with YouTube when I post this.
I hope so too.
But regardless, I think this was a pretty fun episode.
Oh yeah, like it was basically a recap show of. It reminds me of like probably what Sports Center was doing at the time, like with covering, like it's two guys in the studio. They're talking about the highlights of all the different territories and different other interview features there too, and commentaries there by Bill Apter, and the very emotional plea for common sense from Gary Hart. And of course the poolside interview there.
Oh, that was the highlight of this episode for me, was the poolside interview with Miss Deep Blue Sims.
Or Snuka's big promo there.
Oh, with Larry Nelson. That was pretty good too.
Just the absurdity of, like I said, just Snuka there and the brace and aviator sunglasses talking low, and
he's like, I don't want him to go back to Africa or wherever he's from. Well, Jimmy, he's a white guy, so it's like there's not many places from Africa he could go to.
No. Unless he was on autopilot and thinking that he was drop his shoot location in Portland, like Bob Backlund was on autopilot there and accidentally name dropped Kevin Nash instead of Diesel.
Kevin Nash, you like an Well, at this time, Dane, Bob Backlund would be probably going to random places holding that belt those kids gave him, that cardboard belt, which means more to him, Dean, than any championship in the world.
Even the one that he rightfully got back in 94?
Yeah, I definitely think he's more proud of that cardboard belt.
Even though he felt like God?
Yeah. You know what? If we ever get another season of Most Wanted Treasures, I want to know if Bob still has that cardboard belt.
Yeah.
Okay, so that'll do it for Pro Wrestling This Week for November 29th of 1986. So, okay, Dane, in our next episode, you know what? I think our next show, we got to take a little trip.
A little trip.
Yeah, I think we need to go across the pond.
Across the pond. London, England?
Yes.
Little capital carnage?
Yeah, and I'll tell you what. This next episode, Dane, I got one thing to say.
I know. Say
it's gonna be emotional!
It's gonna be emotional! Filled with many surprisements for us.
Oh, yeah. Vince is going to have some great surprisements in our next episode. Jerry Briscoe's assured me that Vince is going to load this show with great surprises.
All for the betterment of the English people.
Well, I mean, come on. How many times do the Brits get like a big show like this?
Yeah, I mean, it isn't until the last 10 years or so they kind of started doing bigger tours of the UK and actually doing shows from live TV shows from there.
Oh, yeah. This is kind of like the best they're going to get for like a long time. But
yeah,
I mean, still, they're going to get, WWF at their hot period in the Attitude Era. So this is going to be pretty exciting.
This is not quite peak, but this is top tier Attitude Era stuff. The Rock is now corporate champion. Taker's gone totally dark-sided. And Val Venus is running around making penis puns.
Hello, ladies.
Hello, London.
Hey, London. Do you want to take a trip with me to the Great White North so we can all go to Zeller's and get some dog tags?
Big Ben's got nothing on the Big Valboski.
So in the next episode of the Squared Circle Time Machine, we're going to go to London for WWF Capital Carnage. And that's going to be coming up right here on the Squared Circle Time Machine. That was Dane, and I'm Greg. And we'll see you in that episode next time. Have a good rest of your day, everybody.
I'm Captain Lou Albano talking to you about drugs. Kids, don't be afraid to say no. Anyone that asks you to use drugs is not your friend. Drugs can and will kill. Remember, don't be afraid to turn to your priest, your rabbi, your minister, your moms, your dads, your teachers, because drugs can kill. And if you do drugs, you go to hell before you die. Please.